Hello, welcome to JamboFANTV. We're back with a weekly review, and I've got Gordon with me. Hi, Gordon.
How you doing, right?
I'm not so bad. We're going to have a chat about the Rangers game, and we'll probably put a little bit in there about St Johnstone, and then there's a tweet from Jamie Walker that we're going to have a think about, and you can throw your comments in at the bottom. Did you get to see the game, Gordon?
No, unfortunately I had to work on Saturday, Scott, so I had the pleasure of listening to Radio Scotland's unbiased commentary. I've only managed to see like the goals and a couple of minutes of highlights on YouTube, so we were expecting, as you said, maybe another guest on tonight who could have probably helped us out, but
we can get through this. Well, I mean, straight off, I wish we'd have gone down. I know we're going back one, but I wish we would have gone down to 10 men against Aberdeen, because we didn't start that well, and then we went down to 10 men, and then all of a sudden it was a different team. And I'm not saying we were world beaters, but in comparison to the way that we've been playing, we're really starting to put things together. Let's start with the surprise. Well, it was a surprise for me in terms of the changing goalkeeper. What did you think about
that? Yeah, it was a surprise for me as well, but we've certainly discussed it, Jack's performances in recent times, whether he deserved to be, he probably did deserve to be maybe rested, let's call it, rather than dropped. Yeah, if not, it's going to prove to be worthy of being a Hearts goalkeeper. He had probably to get a shot before the end of the season.
He didn't have a bad game, and then the bare minimum that you could expect from a goalkeeper is to be a shot stopper. But did he sort of command? We'll talk about the mistake in a minute. But did he command the area like you would expect a goalkeeper to?
I can probably only really comment on the second goal, and well, I think we're pretty unanimous in our assessment that he should have caught the first one and probably punched the second one as it came in. I also saw, I think one of the highlights was a Tavernier header at the back post from a free kick, which he certainly could have commanded a lot better because he was only about 2 yards out and he headed out of the bar. But for what I've seen, his decision making wasn't great as far as the 2 or 3 crosses we did see on the highlights is concerned. But like I say, I refuse to give judgment on a guy for 5 minutes of highlights on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, I started to look through. Like I said, I'm with you. I don't know a lot about him, and when you look at his stats, he's been a number 2 at a number of clubs. Not played a lot of games. I'm looking at it now, and that includes his national team. So for me, the kind of goalkeeper that I want to be pushing for number 1, if you are going to be a number 2, is a winner. Is somebody that is pushing, that doesn't want to be a number 2. And I think I'm probably being harsh. And if you're watching this and you think I'm being harsh, put it on there. If you agree, bang the comments down. But if you go on, just Google it. Just Google his stats, and he hasn't been around, and he hasn't played a lot of games. And is that the kind of guy that we want in as our first team? I think goalkeeper, and we know we did the programme last time, and there's a number of kickbacks I've got it on there at the moment. But is that the kind of goalkeeper that we want as our number 1? I personally would suggest not. That's the position that we need to start to have a look around, not just Scotland but England as well, to see what goalkeepers are out there. Even though, like I said, he was all over Twitter, he didn't have a bad game. Should we go on to using that? It was a howler. It really was a howler for their second goal.
Yeah, well, I kind of disagree. As I've said before, I think he had two decisions to make in that instance and got it wrong both times. The first one looked like it was he had a reasonable chance to just pluck out the air, and chose to punch it. Poor punch, very poor punch up in the air on his own on the edge of his 6-yard box. He should have been strong enough to hold Garner off. Although, on another day, maybe clutching at straws, another day, keeper might get a foul there. But I don't think he was fouled. I think keepers get far too much protection. I'm definitely coming to that. That opinion, it's made a mess of it, without a shadow of doubt. And maybe that having a chance that I got alluded to earlier came as a result. He just maybe was just lacking confidence for the short spell after the second goal.
Yeah, definitely. It must have knocked him for 6. Well, we're on howlers. Let's talk about the Prince.
He just misread the whole situation completely. Let Josh Windass get the wrong side of him. Gave him the slightest of tugs on the shoulder. Wasn't it? I thought it was going to be a lot worse. When I heard on the radio, he pulled his jersey off, is what they were basically saying. It was a tap on the shoulder. Windass knows his right through. Instead of taking the responsibility, gone on and maybe taking the chance of scoring, he's thought, I'll go down here, the boy's gone off. Good play by him, professional play by him. Good reading the situation by Boabin. And as we alluded to again last week, the midfielder playing out of position probably shouldn't be there in the first place. Although he has performed pretty well there, to be fair, as a ball carrying sort of centre half. But he's just got caught out there, simple as that. It's probably happened to better players than him.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it wasn't the first time that he misread the ball, and then in terms of defence, again, it's an area that we need to fill. We need experience in them kind of positions, so that we're not expecting players to play out of position. In terms of, I'm going to throw something in, Gordon. I did a thing on Twitter to see if anybody agreed or their thoughts on it. And at the other end, there was a 39-year-old centre half who got man of the match, who had a blinder, an absolute blinder, and he's out of contract at the end of the season. Would you give him a go?
I've thought about that since you texted me yesterday. Going on what I've seen of Clint Hill, no, I wouldn't. I've only seen him at the 2 games at Tynecastle. I don't know if he played both games at Tynecastle, but he certainly played the second one, and he was torn apart by Goncalves. Although, admittedly, he has come on to a bit of form in the last couple of months of the season. I think he got the equaliser at Parkhead, and he certainly put in a few notable last-ditch challenges in the games that I've seen Rangers play in recent times. But I wasn't impressed with his start with Rangers. Whether he could come to Tynecastle, whether we could afford him for a start, whether he could hit the ground running. Well, as you know, we've already got another 37-year-old centre back with the possibility of Berra coming back to Hearts. If you give me the choice right now, I would take Berra over Hill. But there's no denying he's played well in recent times, but I'd be surprised. And personally, I would say no. I've read on Kickback that a lot of guys are saying yes, and how outstanding he was on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of the poll that we did, like I said, 80% of people said no. There was some funny tweets somebody was saying about us turning into, if we got him, we're turning into a nursing home. I just thought, in terms of experience, in terms of, sometimes you need them kind of players around the dressing room who have been there and done it. And he's played at a very high level. And for a year, me personally, and what do I know? I'd give him a go, just for that 1 year's contract. to see how they are. Maybe he wouldn't play every game, but in terms of having that experience around and people sort of, like I said, I've been saying it for ages, that leadership. I think he could do a job for us, because it's, like I said, it's an area that we need to have a look at. Left back, Gordon, is an area that we've been struggling at recently. Do you have any names for sort of bringing in for left back? Have you been able to give that a thought?
Not really. I've not really given it a thought, although there has to be one or two out there. The guy, Mark Russell from Morton, is still heavily touted as a possible answer to Hearts' problems in that area. I liked Paul Dixon of Dundee United as a younger player, and I didn't actually realise how old he was. He went down south when he was about 24 or something like that, and he's come back. He's now suddenly he's 30. Time's flying. I must be getting old as well. Yeah, I've not really had a right chance to have a look at all that. But if they bring in this boy Russell, give him a chance. He's certainly not going to be any worse than what we've had playing there in the last couple of years. I've never actually seen him play, so I can't comment. But the kickback experts again are telling us that he's a fantastic player, a fantastic future. So why not? Hearts is the sort of market we should be delving into.
Definitely. Yeah. In terms of giving people them opportunities, we've had I know we're sort of doing the Rangers bit, but just while we're on it and we're sort of going through midfield, I spoke to you just before because you hadn't seen it. The Jamie Walker tweet sometimes changes what we need. Lots of people are saying that he's on his way. What do you think about that?
He's been heavily tipped to be leaving in the summer. Sometimes, well, like we alluded to before, he sometimes strolls around Tynecastle like he's got the weight of the world on his shoulders. Maybe he does actually want to leave, which is very disappointing for a guy who's Hearts-daft. If we're at the stage where we've got a guy who's like died in the Royal Maroon and he wants to leave, I'm a bit disappointed with that. Maybe we should all get our hopes up. Maybe the manager's leaving tomorrow. Who knows?
I couldn't say anything about that. I couldn't say anything about that. Well, like you say, I'm with you. You know that I actually think that he can play better than what he does. But like you said, he's Hearts, isn't it? And I think it'll be a sad day if he does choose to go. But in terms of midfield, again, they played well against Rangers when they needed to. Everything was quite compact, which we haven't seen for such a long time. In terms of, I feel that midfield is too easily bypassed. The ball just passes straight through and puts a lot of pressure on defence. But against Rangers, they dug deep at 10 men.
Yeah, well, the 10 men thing, I really don't know whether to be encouraged or discouraged, but I suppose going with the glass half full attitude, it's very encouraging to hear that they upped their game when they went down to 10, went to 3 at the back, I believe. Was it Hughes, Ciolis and Novak, I think, played in the defence towards the end of the game. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, maybe Rangers have just got a style we can play against. We're obviously a better counter-attacking team. I've probably alluded to before that we've got to make the run in the game. I just don't fancy Hearts at all, because we get the ball and we keep it for possession for possession's sake, is I think the cliche that's used. We get the ball, we keep it, we allow the other team loads of time to set themselves up and make it more difficult for ourselves to break them down. But like the goal came through on Saturday, it was a fantastic counter-attack. Arguably, Holt should have won the tackle on Johnson, or at least put it for a throw-in, but he never. We went on and we took advantage of the situation. It was a great goal. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better counter-attacking goal than that.
Yeah, definitely. One of the things that I tweeted about it. One of the things that was annoying me was the number of times, and I think he's a good player, but the number of times that Ismay just puts his head down like Roy of the Rovers and tries to take everybody on. I'm just begging him to lift his head up. And Johnson, it's not one of my favourite players, but the number of times he got himself into good positions and didn't receive the pass. And for me, Ismay, he's got to learn something from these balls coming up to him. It's either hold it up and bring people in, or pick those passes out. You know, running forward and then picking them passes out. You can't at this level. You know the number of goals that you're going to score by taking everybody on Archie Gemmill style and knocking it in the back of the net. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, well, you've been, particularly yourself, you've been calling for Ismay to have a partner for weeks. They got a partner on Saturday. They've combined for a goal, but like you say, yeah, he does have that habit of wanting to do a lot himself. And I'll tell you what, I mean, I didn't realise how good his actual goal scoring stats were. I'm quite surprised to read he's got like an excellent ratio in the time he's been here, because I just don't. Maybe it's just a reflection on how unimpressed I've been by Hearts in general over the last couple of months. But yeah, he's doing the business. I mean, it just needs to, like you say, learn a couple of things and maybe become a bit more of a team player again. And
Definitely.
Things are looking promising for him for next season, definitely.
Yeah, and with a stronger partner up front, I think he'd be able to do the business. Particularly somebody who can win the aerial battles and, you know, be able to put the balls down for him. I think he can do the business, definitely. And I don't know if you saw on I keep going back to Twitter, Gordon, but Hearts fans, fantastic, giving it to the Rangers fans about who saved the club. Did you see the video?
I haven't seen the video, but I've been part of the crowd at Ibrox in recent times, and I've been part of the crowd at home, and I know exactly what's been going on there. And then it's a wind up that, well, it's certainly not grown old yet. They just they don't like it. Rangers fans really don't like it.
No.
Their club and they let theirs die.
Yeah, definitely. And then there's I know I'm going off the subject a little bit, but there's the security guard. Did you see the story of the security guard that lost his job? He was doing security at some Hibs do. Hibs manager came through and he asked for a photograph, and he said yeah, and he managed to put one finger up, but behind his head he got the 5 up behind his head. He's lost his bloody job over it. To him, it's probably worth it. But yeah, it's all part of it. It's all what they would do to us and we would do to them. Let's have a look at in terms of matches coming up. Difficult one coming up.
Difficult 2 coming up. Given a record at Perth is poor. It's probably like most. Again, I was actually travelling back from holiday, so I missed the first game in Perth. And by all accounts, we absolutely hammered them for 80 minutes, and they scored a goal to win 1-0. And I seemingly wasn't much between the teams a couple of weeks ago either. They were perhaps slightly better than us, and they got a 1-0 victory. It just seems a ground that we just can't do anything right on. We've obviously not scored there. We didn't win there last season either. I can't remember what the scores were. I think the one was a 0-0 draw, maybe a 2-0 defeat or something. I can't honestly remember off the top of my head. It's just a ground we seem to hate. So optimistically, I'm going for a 0-0 draw on Wednesday night.
Well, the Rangers game was the first away goal that we'd scored since February.
Yeah, it's shocking, isn't it?
It's not a good record, is it? I'd like to see a win, but yeah, I'm going with you. I'm not too sure where the goals are going to come from, to tell you the truth. And if that one wasn't hard enough, we go straight into one which I think we should throw caution to the wind and have a good go at this. You know, What do you say? I really don't want to get our pants pulled down and our arses slapped again.
Totally. There's probably a good chance Celtic will be resting bodies before the Scottish Cup final. And I'd like to see us go there with the same attitude as Robbie took them there at the end of last season. We absolutely took the game to them. For the first half an hour, we were fantastic. I think we were 1-0 up, and Scott Brown had got away with yet another two-footed tackle. And they should really have been down to 10 men within 10 minutes of the game starting, and we should have been leading. And we were, to me, the completely dominant force for the first half hour of that game. And somehow we managed to lose. I think we went in at half time 2-1 down. We lost 2 goals in the last 15 minutes, and we lost one quite early in the second half. And unfortunately, it was just a knock the ball about the park exhibition game after that, about a training game after that.
Yeah. But
yeah, if we can take it to them on Sunday, if they are resting a few bodies, I'll tell you what, Scott, I'd love nothing more than to be the team that stopped going unbeaten domestically all season. I don't think we will be, but I'd love nothing more than that.
Do you know, if there's anything in that dressing room that he has to say, that is it. That is it again. You know, that's his team talk. And if there's anything about him, oh God! But if there's anything about him, that should be it. Let's go there. Let's give it, and let's spoil the party again. And I know we've said it against Hibs and whatever, but let's just spoil that party. And go there and enjoy the game. But they're bloody lethal, aren't they? When they you're talking about counter attacking before. When they counter attack, it just ends in a goal.
Yep.
It's frightening, Gordon. It is. But you've got to go there, and at the end of the day, players have to put their bodies on the line and give it everything they've got while they're there. Have you seen the main stand? I'm just looking at a picture of the main stand.
I saw some of it with the seats ripped out earlier on, yes. They're like White Hart Lane, they're wasting no time, they're just getting right on with it, aren't they? So.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm looking at a picture of it now. It's on the Twitter account. I've just tweeted it. Looking absolutely amazing. Thanks to yourself, I got a ticket in the main stand for the Aberdeen game. A tremendous stand, but this new one, it just takes the club into the future, doesn't it? Really?
Yeah, absolutely. The structure is absolutely massive and very impressive from the outside. I drove past it a couple of times, and let's say that they're now selling seats and bricks and what have you, maybe bits of the pillar. I don't know, all the pillars that they used to get in people's way. But yeah, it's looking like it's going to be fantastic when it's done, and it's up to the same height and spec as the rest of the stadium. Really looking forward to seeing it.
Definitely, it marries everything together, doesn't it? It looks like a complete ground. Then that's even on the main stand, 1914, and it served as well. But at the end of the day, the ground is now complete.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add in, Gordon, for the weekly review? Anything else you want to throw in?
No, not really. I'm just thinking. I was just wondering if we discuss how we might line up tomorrow. I think not tomorrow, Wednesday. I just fancy the straight swap for, I think Zulis might be another midfielder playing out of position, but by all accounts had a great second half on Saturday. I think we'll probably slot in for a 3 at the back and have almost exactly the same formation. Maybe Walker back in for Martin, arguably Curry in for Johnson. But yeah, it's I'm going to go glass half full. Sorry, I'm going to go glass half full and be optimistic about the performance on Saturday. Yeah. Not just have get rid of my nagging doubts that it's just because we seem to be able to play against Rangers, and their style maybe allows us to play a wee bit more. Definitely.
I mean, I'm going to get skated for it, but Rangers are nothing special. So, it's sort of living on past years as it was. But Yeah, no, I see the formation being. I can see Johnson playing again. I can see him going with two up front, and it being basically the same. And I'm not advocating somebody getting sent off quickly, but the same spirit as they played with the 10 men, because there was just something different there. It was almost like what I've been criticising them for not having. They found and go deep, and they've got to do that. They've got to do that again. From myself, just to throw in a thank you to those people that I spoke to. Lots and lots of people came up to me when I was doing fan cam, but didn't want to come on camera. We'll carry on going with that, and eventually, people will see. It's quite easy. Lots of people were coming up moaning about the game, but as soon as I put a camera in front of them, they weren't having it. So we'll carry on with that. See how we go. And if you want to come up and see me standing, I'll tell you exactly where I'm going to be. And you'll see T-shirt. In fact, Gordon's got one at the back of him. Just come up and 5 or 10 minutes, and you can have a natter and a moan or whatever. We're on Twitter. So thank you for everybody that's retweeting on there. Gordon does Facebook, and the YouTube channel's going okay. So please subscribe. Please tell your mates. And like Gordon was saying at the very beginning, we should have had somebody on with us tonight, but was unable to do it. If you feel like you want to come on, drop us a line on Facebook or on Twitter, and let us know, and you can come on and say your piece. We've been JamboFANTV, and we'll speak again soon.